Let me take the time to find out what a 1975 news broadcast sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Or even looks like when it comes to my boy, my boy. Allow me to educate myself. Let's go.
The year was 1975. The city of Huntsville had built the Von Braun Center, and they wanted a big star to open the facility. Well, they booked Elvis Presley to christen the arena. A couple of News Channel 19 reporters weren't about to miss one of the biggest stories of their careers. So in the early morning hours of May 30th, 1975, they headed to the airport.
Big story for us. Nobody else was there, just the two Channel 19 reporters, Bob Knowles and myself.
Dick Curtis and Bob Knowles had been working the story for several days, but when they saw Elvis's manager, Colonel Tom Parker, they knew they were in the right place. After waiting for almost 3 hours at Huntsville Aviation,
and in came Elvis's private jet. We go, oh, this is it, you know.
Oh.
Elvis got off the plane and into the back of a limo at 3 in the morning.
Here we come. Maybe they'll stop. Maybe we'll get a little interview. Right past us, you know.
Dick and Bob had a pretty good idea the motorcade was going to the Hilton downtown. The chase was on.
Coming down Highway 20, going pretty fast, keeping up with them. Bob says, we got to get ahead of them. So we went around the limousine, started going around the chief of police, Gene Sweeten, and he looked at us, we looked at him, he said, go ahead. So we went on ahead.
They got to the Hilton before Elvis, but when the limo didn't stop in front, they had to run around to the back to try to catch the king. Dick and Bob were on the sidewalk.
He comes up, and he wasn't going to stop, and so I think I said, welcome to Huntsville. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Elvis rarely did interviews, but Dick got what he wanted. Elvis arriving in Huntsville.
Went in this door, and I think we put our camera right up to the glass, same door, and he disappeared down the hallway. And that's the last we saw of him until the concert.
Elvis did 5 concerts in 3 days inside the VBC Arena. For obvious reasons, Elvis wouldn't go through the front door of the Hilton on his way to the VBC. He'd actually walk through the kitchen, come out this door, where the police chief had the car waiting for him. Elvis would get in the back seat and, of course, then go for a short ride right over to the Von Braun Center where he'd do his concerts. One of the chefs here at the Hilton tells me that when Elvis came through the kitchen one of those nights, a chef had actually made that famous fried peanut butter and banana sandwich for him. But nothing was sweeter to some Elvis groupies than when they were able to get into room 328 at the Hilton after the king had left the building.
They came in, they got the sheets off his bed, they went in the bathroom, they stripped the room basically, you know, so they got some souvenirs.
Dick caught up with Elvis one last time when he was getting on his plane to leave town.
And he saw our cameras, and he got up, walked up to the top, right before he went in, turned to us and said, thanks for the news.
Elvis came baake to Huntsville in 1976. He did 2 shows on September the 6th in the arena. And another interesting note, the Hilton Hotel, which is now the Holiday Inn Select, has undergone at least 5 renovations since Elvis slept there. His suite is now a regular-sized room, and the room numbers have changed too. In case you're wondering, Elvis stayed in what is now room 1330.
1330. You know, that's always crazy. Like, even outside the Elvis situation, how the press people, you ever see like on the news when like what they call a celeb or whatever coming out from his residence, his or her residence, a restaurant or something like that, and they just got all these grown ass men and women just snapping pictures and shit. Like, as a grown ass man to be chasing another grown ass man just to hope he says one word or even looks your way or you can get a good enough picture, that's some fucking loser shit. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's pretty low, you know. And it's low because they do that shit in people's worst timing ever. You know, it don't matter if you got your kids with you, if you just having a bad day, want to be left alone, probably going through a divorce, or mom's just died, or just anything. They just there. No common fucking courtesy. Like, yo, step the fuck back. It's like 3 in the morning. I just flew out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I barely sleep as it is. I gotta do 5 shows in 3 days. Like, motherfucker, relax. Like, You know, maybe y'all would have had a chance if y'all was like that, but y'all just take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all just take the shit. It's just horrible. And I got bad anxiety, so you got cars following me and getting on the side of me and shit like that. That's how people accidentally get shot. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit like that. You can call this motherfucker Elvis all you want, but yeah, Elvis ain't playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You get on that wrong side, that wrong day, your ass is. Why me, Lord? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be just like that. It's gonna be just like that. But so far as when it comes to Elvis, though, you know, it's just about that business. You know, we finna go take this flight. Pop, we in here. It's time to work. You know what I'm saying? He busted out those shows. Um, Came back 2 years later, and it was over. It was 2 years later. This is 75. He came back a year later in September, they said. So yeah. And I heard of Huntsville concerts. Them shits be rocking. I got them on this channel, I believe, or on a Patreon, one of the two. It was a good concert. The crowd was bananas. His energy was insane. The band was insane. Everybody was doing their job as always. You know what I'm saying? There was hella jokes and fun in there with the crowd and with the band. The interactions was always A1. But drop me a comment. Let me know what you think.